Okay, so BMBF has updated and is now working with Beat Saber version 1.28. It updated a couple of days ago, but this is the first chance I've had to sit down and make a video, so sorry for the delay. This is going to be a bit of a longer video than normal because I've decided to put everything in one video in regards to... I'm going to start off by looking at the update and the mods that are available. Then I'm going to do a complete install guide section, and then after that I'm going to do a downgrade section, and then installing mods. So I kind of guess I wanted to get all this together in one resource so people can just come to one video rather than, because I've got sort of little different guides dotted about for older versions and stuff like that. So I thought this would be easier, and I'll just separate it all into chapters so you can skip to the parts that you want. So the first thing we're going to do is just look at the update itself and look at the mods. So this is the version. We got it on the 28th of February, but we've only just sort of been able to access it now with BMBF. Looking through, it's adding some extra songs and release notes here. 2 new Imagine Dragons songs, Enemy and Bones. Updated the Imagine Dragons environment. Revamped the original Imagine Dragons levels, updated splash screen, fixed party mode leaderboards, improved auto exposure behavior in low light situations. One laser should no longer light up the whole environment. I don't know if that's just for Imagine Dragons environment or for all environments. But yeah, that's basically it. And some new songs here, I think, or updated songs at least. So that's it for the actual official update itself. And then if we head over to the Quest modding and released mods, so we can see game version 1.28 up here. And then at the top we have the core mods, and underneath we have the mods so far available. There's not that many, obviously it's pretty new. So what I would recommend to people is, if you want to sort of keep all your old mods, stay either on 1.251 or 1.27. But if you're happy to upgrade and you want to get all the new features and stuff, and you don't mind losing a few mods for now, then these are the ones that are available. So we've got better song search, clock mod, crash mod, faster scroll, mapping extensions, nya, pause remapper, quest sounds, red bar, streamer tools, thin saber core, and third person mod. That's it. Again, I literally refreshed this when I woke up this morning, and I think a couple of these just popped up. So yeah, I'm sure more will be added in the coming days. So next, now I'm going to quickly show you how to back up your save files from the headset before doing a delete and a reinstall, because I know BMBF has this feature in it where you can update it without having to delete it, but it never seems to work properly for me, so I prefer to just delete Beat Saber, delete BMBF, reinstall it clean, and then go from there. So we'll do that now. We'll jump into the headset and I'll show you where to save the data files from. Okay, so now with the headset connected to your PC and Sidequest open, you want to go up to the top right hand corner, and there's the little folder icon called Manage Files on the headset. So you want to click on that, and you want to open Android, Data, and then you want to look for Beat Games. There we go, com.beatgames.beatsaber. You want to click on that folder. You want to go into Files, and then these are all kind of like your settings files. So you want to save avatar data. You click the little save icon, save, local daily leaderboards, local leaderboards, player data, and settings. Ignore the .back files, I think they're just backups. So now they're saved to our computer. We don't need to worry about losing our settings and stuff, because we can reinstall these later on once we've reinstalled Beat Saber with BMBF and done all the mods and stuff like that. So let me just back out of this. Next, we're going to delete Beat Saber and BMBF. Now, this is only for people who already have it installed. If you're installing for the first time, then you can skip ahead a little bit. So all I do is, again, I do this all through Sidequest. You want to go up to the top right hand corner, and there's 9 little squares called currently installed apps. So I will just click on that, and I will go to Beat Saber, click the little cog, and uninstall app. That's finished, and then I will go to BMBF, little cog, uninstall app. That's finished. So now if we go back to there again, we can see they have gone. So now we can install Beat Saber fresh, and then install BMBF fresh. So the first thing we'll want to do is get BMBF ready to install. So if you go to bmbf.dev/stable, you can get the latest version of BMBF. There's only a couple of versions, to be honest, but yeah, BMBF 1.16.0. And if you just scroll down, there's a section called Assets, Name, and you'll see this little file here. If you click that, it'll download, go into your downloads folder, and we've got that ready to install later on. Next, we're going to jump into the headset and install Beat Saber fresh. So we'll do that now. Okay, so here we are in the headset. We're going to download this. Let me just pause this annoying video. We're going to click download and let this install. This will take a few minutes, so I'll skip ahead the video now and we'll come back in a sec and then install BMBF. Okay, so that's finished installing. I'm now going to open Beat Saber and just check to make sure everything's installed alright. I mean, it's just the base game, so I can't see there being any problems, but we'll just check the version, etc. Scroll through this rubbish. Agree. Okay, continue. We're just going to look down at our feet to see the version number. So there we are, version 1.28.0, and this is just the base game. As you can see, none of my songs are here or anything, none of my custom songs. So now we're going to back out and install the BMBF APK. Okay, so we're back on the PC. We've installed the base game. It's the latest version, and now we're going to back in Sidequest in the top right hand menu up here. Again, there's a little box with an arrow pointing downwards, and it's called Install APK File from Folder on Computer. So you'll simply click that, and we'll come to this file that we previously downloaded from BMBF stable, and all you'll do is double click on that, and you'll see it's installing. A little bar appears at the bottom, and another little pop-up appears once it's completed. So that's it. Now BMBF is installed for the latest version. So now we'll take a look at BMBF, connecting BMBF through Sidequest. This is the best way to install mods. I think you can do it through the headset. It's been so long, I haven't even bothered trying because this is so much easier. So we're going to jump in the headset quickly and I'll show you whereabouts in BMBF you can find the address for you to be able to access your headset through your browser on your PC. Okay, so we're back inside the headset, and what you want to do now to do the BMBF final install is click on App Library, and you will be on this screen, and in your top right hand corner there's this little icon. You click on that, you'll probably be on all, and then you want to go to unknown sources. For some reason I have two BMBF, so I'm just going to click the first one, and that should load up the BMBF installation. So it says welcome to BMBF, blah 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 blah. So we're going to just click get started, and then there's uninstall Beat Saber. It's very simple, there's only a few buttons to go through. Do you want to uninstall this app? Yes you do, because what it does is uninstalls the official version and installs like a modified version. So okay. Next we will want to patch Beat Saber. I might just skip this ahead a little bit. If it takes too long, we'll just give it a couple more seconds. There we go. So now step 3, install modded Beat Saber. Now there's this important notification here. After installation has completed, choose the Done button. Do not press the Open button. Beat Saber will not launch from here. When the modded APK gets installed, it will probably tell you that you don't have unknown sources enabled and will offer to take you to the settings page. Go to the settings page and turn on the switch for allowing unknown sources. Then you can continue installing the modded APK. You may receive a package manager has stopped responding prompt. After the app installs, make sure to press wait, do not press close! Exclamation mark. So done instead of open, and then wait, not close. I read that every time and I always forget and panic, but yeah. So this is the part, settings, toggle that on. We're going to press back, and then we're going to install modded Beat Saber again. Install. So we just let that install, and we're clicking done not open, wait not close. So done and wait. I'm repeating this more for myself than anything else. I had this last time, I thought it was crashing or hanging, and then it eventually just sort of loads through. So if you get stuck at this part for a while, don't worry about it. You get the black screen, package installer isn't responding, and then we're going to click wait. And I think this happened last time as well, so I went back and checked again. I opened BMBF and I think it was just installed. Oh, so close, don't restore, and there we go. So a little bit funky there, and a little bit different to what the actual the warning message gave, but anyway, just remember to click wait. And then, so now I've got this up. It looks like you may have just upgraded Beat Saber. Do you want to restore your playlists? So if you've got playlists from previous installs, they're stored in a separate folder. So even if you delete Beat Saber, you don't have to back up your songs or anything like that. You simply just come in here and restore it after the install. I think I've got about 570 songs now, and I don't play like 3/4 of them, but I can't be bothered sorting it out, to be honest. So I'll just let these install, and then we're going to sync it to Beat Saber, and then I will be able to show you how to access BMBF through Sidequest on your PC, so you can install mods easily and you can change settings and stuff without having to come in the headset and do it. I much prefer to just do it in Sidequest, and then I can just chuck on my headset and play Beat Saber. It's fine doing things inside the headset, but sometimes it's just easier to do them on your PC, so hopefully this doesn't take too much longer, and we'll carry on. And after this I'm going to then do a downgrade, because I want to go back to version 1.251. Just because it has all the mods that I use. I was waiting forever for Chroma to update on 1.27, but it never appeared. So anyway, we're syncing now, so that'll just sync all my songs. Shouldn't take too long. Don't like these warning messages. Couldn't install Quest UI sequence, contains no matching element. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, let's there's nothing ever goes quite smoothly, does it? We'll start Beat Saber and see what's happened, or see if it works fine. Yeah, let's just have a look. So whenever it says restore app, you're always just clicking open. Allow Beat Saber to access photos, media files on your device. Allow. Some random warning message. External playlist modifications detected, likely through BMBF. Changes made in-game may be lost. Would you like to keep the external changes? Yes. So now I'm going to check my Beat Saber version is correct. Let's have a quick look at mods. Mod list. Right, let's just check my songs all loaded back up. Where we are. So yeah, there's all my old songs. The game seems to be working correctly as far as I can tell. I don't know what that Quest UI message was, but anyway, we're going to jump back out. It could be, I had the two versions of BMBF, maybe I installed the wrong one, although they're both 1.16.0, so that shouldn't make a difference. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. You've seen the process, and that's the main thing. We're going to jump back out now, and first, sorry, I'm going to show you in BMBF the address to access. Here we go. So you want to go to Tools, and in your top corner it will tell you your version 1.16, backup status good, and then it'll say accessible via browser at, and then it will show you a HTTP address, and you need to type this in exactly how it is inside either the browser in Sidequest, that's what I use, or a browser on your PC, but I prefer to just do it in Sidequest, to be honest. Make sure you are typing this exactly right, because there's countless times I've had people asking me why it's wrong, and they've put HTTPS or some other slight variation, so it has to be exactly right. So we're going to jump back out to Sidequest now and have a look at that and install the mods. Okay, so we're back in Sidequest. BMBF is installed as far as I can tell okay. I'll deal with that problem later, whatever it was, but you saw the process. So the next thing we want to do is, once you've got the address from inside BMBF on your headset that we just talked about, you want to go to the little web browser icon, again up in the top right hand corner, click on web browser, go to URL, and then you want to type that HTTP address from inside the headset into here, and then click open. One thing I will show you that I forgot to show you before you do all this inside the headset, I'll just be able to show you on here because you can still see the tools. There will be this option, toggle running in background. While you're in the headset, toggle that on. It just seems to make it appear in here a lot easier. Like without this on, most of the times I would just get a black screen. And another thing you can do is, once you've typed in the URL, you can go to, I think, manage faves here, and you can save it. So I just saved BMBF, saved that address that's in my headset, and that's it. So now I can just click on the web browser, click on BMBF, and it will automatically connect through to the headset. So that's it. You can also see the address in here. I think these are slightly different for different people's headsets, so make sure not to copy mine. Make sure to just check your own, because I think there's slight variations. I might be wrong, but I've heard in the past that there are slight variations, so just check your own and use that. Next, we're going to go to the mods page, and what we're going to do is, no, not the mods page, upload, sorry. So we're going to go back to the browser and look at the questmodding.com board, or if you type in questboard.xyz, I think that comes to this as well. I think they may have changed the address. But if you go to released mods, it will open up this page, and you will see the current mods, obviously. And then you can just click download, download, download. I'll install a couple now just to show you, but then I'm going to do a downgrade, so not much point me installing any. I'll just install one, to be honest. So let's download Thin Saber. So there we go, Thin Saber's downloaded. And what you would do is go to your downloads, and all you would do once you're on this page is drag it across and drop it, and it will say mod install queued. You would click sync, and there, success installing the mod Thin Saber Core, and you would just repeat that for each mod. You can download them all at once and drag them all across. I've done that in the past. Usually works most of the time. Occasionally you get one mod with an error, but then if you go back and reinstall that mod on its own, it will load through fine. So once you've got all your mods there, click sync, and then all your mods should be installed in the game. So that's it. And now we're going to downgrade Beat Saber, because I want to go back to 1.251. The only reason I bothered doing this was, for some reason, the weekend environment wasn't showing up on my Quest 2. I don't know, did the weekend environment come out after 1.251? I can't actually remember. But yeah, a couple of the maps I've been trying to play just show like a pink line under me instead of the environment, so I'm trying to sort that out. But if not, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we'll do the downgrade now. Okay, so to downgrade Beat Saber, first thing you need to do is make sure you're signed in your browser at the Oculus.com website. And so there I am on Quest, signed in. Next you will come to this web address. I'll post it in the links, oculusdb.rui2015.me, and this has all the different downloads for the different APK versions of the game. The reason you need to be signed in on Oculus is basically when you click this download button, it dials in and downloads it through your account. If you're not signed in, it just won't download the APK version, so make sure you're signed in there. So I'm going to download 1.251, download, and that's the APK downloading there. Shouldn't take too long. And then once that's done, we're going to open up Sidequest, and I'm going to install it using the little APK button there. So I'll pause the video quickly and we'll skip ahead to that now. Okay, so that's downloaded Beat Saber APK. That was 1.251. So now we're going to go to Sidequest and we're going to uninstall Beat Saber. And we're going to uninstall BMBF. I don't know if you actually need to, but I just like to do everything fresh. It's just easier. So Beat Saber, BMBF, uninstalled. I'll check back again. They've gone. So now we're going to use the little APK installer box again. We're going to click on that, and we've got our Beat Saber APK here that we've just downloaded. We're going to click on that. It'll install the APK, which is basically just installing Beat Saber version 1.251. After that, we can then install BMBF again. So I'll skip this ahead because it'll probably take a little bit of time to install. Okay, so now we can go up to currently installed apps and see Beat Saber has now been installed. So now we're going to go to the little install APK box again and install the BMBF APK. It's the same one I downloaded previously. 1.16 works for both 1.251 upwards, so yeah. So we're going to install that. That's installing the APK. That's finished. I'll back out and go back to apps just to check that Beat Saber and BMBF are indeed there. And now I will jump in the headset and go through the BMBF install process once more. Right, so here we are back in the headset for one final time. You're going to go to App Library. Will look like this. And then you'll probably be on all 56. So you want to click on this little toggle, unknown sources, and click on BMBF. Again, I still don't know why I have two installs, but that's a problem for me. And it's that same process again. Get started, uninstall Beat Saber. Yes, oh, okay, sorry. And then patch Beat Saber. And this will just take a minute or two. And then you've got this important notice again. I always mention this, done, do not press open, but I think, well, the previous time it didn't say anything. The main thing that popped up was wait. So just remember you're clicking done if it appears, and you're clicking wait if it appears. So install. Oh, and you get this pop-up saying not allowed to install from unknown apps. So you click settings, toggle that on, back, install again. Yes, I want to install it. This will start coming across. It usually freezes around here. Then the screen will go black after a minute or so. If it's like what usually happens. Don't worry about that. and then eventually the window will pop up, I think, with the message saying wait, and then everything will close down, BMBF will close off, but then if you go back, so we're clicking wait here, and then we go, we don't want to restore, we want to close, and then if we go back up here to unknown sources, click on BMBF, and we should see BMBF, and then that same thing, restore after upgrade, will restore back all your old songs again, because as I've said before, they're stored in a separate file, so even if you delete Beat Saber, all your songs are safe in a separate file, so you can uninstall, reinstall as much as you want, and you don't have to worry about losing all your installed custom songs. I'm going to let this install. I'm going to skip ahead because this takes a couple of minutes, and then we're just going to jump into the game, check to see our version number is 1.251, so that the downgrade has worked. Then we'll jump back out to the PC, install all the mods, and just make sure everything works there, and that should be it. So I'll skip ahead now and we'll get on with that. So all my songs have installed, and we just want to click sync, and that should sync everything up. You might get an error message down here sometimes. I got one on the previous install about Quest UI, but when I loaded up the game everything worked, so just sync and let this do its thing. Okay, so they're all installed. So we're just going to now start Beat Saber. Always remember, open app, never click restore. Allow Beat Saber to access photos, meaning allow. Continue. External planes modifications detected, blah 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 blah. Yes, and now we're just going to look at the floor and can see 1.251 is the version. So that's all good. If I go to, I can see all my songs here, so I'm happily now back on version 1.251. The only thing left to do is install mods. So I'm going to exit out of the game and we'll jump back out to the PC and install the mods. Okay, so we're back on the PC. We're on the home stretch now. All that's left to do is install the mods. So you want to go to your web browser and go to the URL from BMBF inside your headset. And as I said previously, I've got it saved. If you skipped ahead to this version, this part of the video, if you put BMBF inside your headset, open it up, go to tools, you will have this web address up in the top right hand corner. I think it's slightly different for different people's headsets, though I could be wrong, but you basically need to make a note of that, then come back out to your browser or the browser in Sidequest, type that in exactly as it is. Don't be putting HTTPS, because I did that many times, and it will open up BMBF within Sidequest on your PC. If the screen is going black, make sure in your headset, before you're typing in this address on your PC, you toggle running in background. That really helps, just to keep BMBF running while the headset is off. So anyway, once that's opened, you will come in here and you will go to uploads, and then if I go to wherever my mods are, so I've got my 1.251 mods already saved here from previous, and what you can do is just highlight them all, drag them across, drop it in there, and that should install all the mods. Sometimes you get an error with one or two of them, but we'll see when we click sync. Just keep an eye out for any that have an error, Last time I did this, it was Noodle extensions, and then you can go back and just install that file singly. So replay's done. You'll slowly just see them pop up as little green boxes here. Success, success, success. Wait for them all to disappear. And that's it. So they're synced. The mods are now installed on Beat Saber 1.251. You've done a full downgrade. And that's it. You're ready to go. Play some games. And yeah, have some fun. That's about it as far as I can tell for this. Sorry it's been such a long video. I just wanted to get everything in one place, and yeah, hopefully this helps some people. If you have any questions, and I've just forgotten, I need to show you one last thing, and I always forget this. So let's go back to the home. And we're going to reinstall the files for your save data, avatar data, and stuff like that. So all you're going to do is go back to where you got them from. So from your home page, little folder in the top right hand corner, and you want to go to Android, data, and then you want to look for Beat Games. I can never find it. There we go, Beat Games, files, and this is where your local files are. So if I go to downloads, I can see where I've saved them here. So it's settings config, player data, local leaderboards, local daily leaderboards, and avatar data. So I just want to drag them. If I scroll up to the top, you drag them across and you drop them up here where it says drop files here. And then you just wait, and it's copied all those files back in. Now when you open up the game, your avatar data will be back, your leaderboards, everything, your settings should all be back to normal. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up now, have a cup of tea and chill out. So hopefully that helped some people, and thanks for watching. Blood in my face, yeah. All over my face.